Welcome to Lesson 2.1. Today, we'll explore the key people and organizations involved in challenge-based learning and the roles they play to make it work. In this lesson, we'll identify the key actors in CBL, understand their roles and relationships, explore how collaboration shapes the learning process. Let's get started. In challenge-based learning, it's essential to clearly define the actors involved, people and organizations, and the roles they play in the process. While different contexts may use different terms, there is a shared terminology that helps identify the key contributors to a challenge. In this section, we'll explore who these actors are, what their specific functions are, and how they work together within the CBL framework. Understanding these roles is key to building an effective and well-structured learning experience. Let's begin with the challenger provider. At the heart of every CBL experience is an individual or organization that proposes a real-world, complex problem for students to explore and solve. What makes this role unique is that it comes from outside the traditional school or university setting. It could be a company, a nonprofit organization, a governmental agency, a community group, or even a single person facing a real issue. The teacher plays a key role here, finding the right challenger provider, establishing contact, and working together to shape the challenge. This involves collaboration, negotiation, and translation, turning a real-world need into a meaningful educational opportunity. For example, if the topic is sustainable transport in rural areas, the challenger provider might be a local governmental agency, a transport company, or an environmental NGO. Success depends on clear communication, shared goals, and the provider's willingness to be actively involved throughout the process. Now let's focus on the learners, the students, the central players in CBL. Working in small groups, they investigate, research, design, and try to implement solutions to the challenge. This way, they do not just learn content and acquire theoretical knowledge. They develop practical, creative, and transferable skills. Critical thinking, teamwork, problem-solving, communication, and emotional management all come into play. Most importantly, students gain a strong sense of purpose. Knowing they're working on a real problem with actual impact boosts their motivation and helps them carry what they learn far beyond the classroom. Let's now look at the team chair, typically a teacher or lecturer, called teamcher in CBL terminology. In CBL, their role is more than teaching. They guide the process, mentor student teams, and manage group dynamics. They're also responsible for key decisions, selecting the right challenger provider, shaping the challenge, planning the learning journey, and evaluating outcomes. Sometimes, the teamcher is supported by a team of fellow educators or facilitators, teamcher's team, and other support figures, overall building to the support team. These collaborations are especially helpful in large or complex projects. CBL often requires a broader support team. These collaborators extend the teacher's capacity and bring in valuable expertise. Let's break it down. Alongside the teamcher's team, there could be further coaches are internal or external collaborators with specific knowledge or direct connections to the challenge. Mentors are subject matter experts from the field, offering professional insights. Administrative staff supports the logistics. This team structure is flexible and should match the scale and nature of the project. Beyond the challenger provider, challenges often involve a wider network of stakeholders, people or groups affected by the issue or able to contribute to its solution. These might include local governments and communities, civic associations, trade unions, or companies. Their input can come in many forms, from providing data and feedback to participating in presentations and events. Bringing them into the process gives students a richer perspective and helps connect their work to a broader real-world impact. It also enhances the school network of relationships. Finally, let's look at sponsors. optional but valuable contributors in some CBL projects. Sponsors can be organizations, foundations, or companies that provide funding, resources, or logistical support. Their backing can help scale up the project and give students access to tools or opportunities that wouldn't otherwise be available. Sponsors can also increase the project's visibility and strengthen its real-world connections. This concludes our first lesson of Module 2. In the next session, we'll dive into the phases of challenge-based learning and how each step guides the learning journey from exploration to action. See you there.